and today we have a special guest with us, Alexander Dumas. Welcome to the 21st century.
Who are you, and why have you brought me here?
Well, I'm Kate McKinnon, and we're filming Talks with Auths today. Mr. Dumas, don't you remember my agent on yours telling you to be
Well, it's Dumas, actually. This is the bone I have to pick with you dumb Hollywood people. You're always too busy getting blowouts and eating vegan pizzas that you hardly have any time to actually make something creative, like I spent my whole career doing.
Okay, Dumas. Actually, I do make art, and we're in New York, not Hollywood.
Nice try. Anyway, your agent brought me here today so we could discuss a trivial matter of business.
And, what might that be?
Well, I wanted to talk about the brainless Hollywood folk that took my wonderful brainchild, the Count of Monte Cristo, and made a horrible, terrible movie about it. It was terrible, terrible.
Oh my God. I read that book in 10th grade with my teacher, Miss Bryson. It was really, really bad.
Well, I for one commend your teacher for at least trying to teach you modern day fools something of good noting. Anyway, I want to talk to you about how much screen time is devoted to each of the different scenes in the movie. Can you elaborate on that?
Okay, what are the scenes that you found inaccurately display the book?
Why, I found the revenge plots of Danglars and Villefort terrible. Starting with Danglars, there's no meaningful revenge. Instead of having Danglars rot in jail like the meaningless scum he is, he's hung off the side of a boat before he's even taught a lesson. Rather than teaching him a lesson about greed and being nasty, Edmund just teaches him to not be greedy and not pocket money that's not his. Edmund hangs Danglars at the side of the ship and there's no real lesson learned. What is it? Don't steal? I would never.
Interesting. Is there anything else? Is that like everything?
Oh, I've not even started. Another example of unmeaningful lessons learned in the book was Villefort's revenge. He was sitting in a steam room and Monte Cristo jumps in and then starts discussing him and making him talk about the killing of his father, which, by the way, was a terrible choice of killing directors. Anyway, the police are there and then they arrest him. In my novel, I wanted Villefort to learn a real lesson about family and meaningful relationships, but the directors cut all of that out and put him in jail. I mean, between Danglars' scenes and Villefort's scenes, there's about 20 minutes of revenge reserved for them both. Both of the plots required very little prior planning, and both could realistically be planned in less than a month. In the book, there's at least 15 years of planning that has been building up to Edmund's revenge. It's so pitiful that they would shame my artistic work like that with such a shallow revenge plan.
So, Mr. Doofenshmirtz, in light of Women's History Month, can you tell us your opinions on the leading lady's screen time in the movie?
Yes. As for the wonderful Mercedes, I was somewhat pleased with her placement in the scenes and the screen time in the movie. I mean, I'll give the directors the benefit of the doubt and say that they incorporated a beautiful amount of romance into the movie in the beginning by placing Mercedes into scenes very appropriately. But after my famed Monte Cristo comes back to seek revenge, her placement's horrendous. She had no place flirting with Edmund at Albert's birthday party, and it was a terrible, terrible plot point because it degraded my theme of wait and hope and only promoted the director's theme of God will give me justice.
Oh, how so?
Well, at the end of the movie, her and Monte Cristo get together, which is totally different than what I had planned. And with them getting together, Monte Cristo would never fall in love with Haydée, and it ruins the theme of my book. Without the important wait and hope mantra, it's never displayed. The romance with Mercedes is supposed to be a phase in Edmund's life, like a fling or a summer romance. It ruined the plot and it ruins my theme. It was terrible.
Sorry to hear that. My favorite character in the movie was probably Jacopo. He was like really humorous and he like lightened the mood a lot. Although in the book, I barely remember him even being in more than a few chapters. So like, are you cool with the way the directors portrayed him, or would you rather see him as a smaller character?
I would much rather see him as a smaller character. His appearance in the movie made me gag. It seemed like a cheap filler of screen time just to make up for the missing supporting actors, like Haydée, Valentine, and Max. He added comedic relief, but had no symbolic contribution to the movie at all. I also found the actor that plays Jacopo quite repulsive and obnoxious.
Well, to wrap things up then, is there anything in the movie that you actually liked?
Why, I found the beginning scenes in the movie were displayed rather well. When I was writing the book, all of the turmoil surrounding Napoleon's exile and escape from Elba had just happened, and it didn't really need an explanation in the book. So for today's audience, the scenario involving Napoleon's not very well known, so the directors made a very good choice of incorporating that into the movie.
Yeah, I found that scene to be like pretty helpful because I had no idea who Napoleon was.
Oh, well, as I would suspect, Kate. I also thought the scenes with Abby Faria were displayed very, very well. And you could see that there was a very important connection between the two of them in the jail, and it was played very well. The appropriate time was used for the scenes in the jail, and it was done very beautifully. So kudos to the directors.
That's fantastic. Well, I think that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for being here with us today, Duma.
Yes.
And
Live from New York, it's Saturday night.